welcome you to today's session conducted by Online Tax Update on topic the wandering story of GSTAT, GST Appellate Tribunal. So it's been 7.5 years, still the GSTAT has to be functional. So we'll be looking after going through all the stories, right from 2017 to till date. What are the development in this GSTAT, and what are the implications because of non-function of GSTAT on the other high courts and Honorable Supreme Court. And today's faculty is Miss Amrita ji, advocate. A brief introduction about her is she is an LLM from National Law University, Delhi. As a working professional, she is expert in drafting replies to show cause notice department correspondence, giving opinions, filing appeals and writ petition, etc. Apart from working with different CA and law firms, she is also doing freelance work, wherein she is working in different civil law for various national and international clients, which includes notice and contract drafting, client representation, academic assignment, and ghostwriting, etc. She says that any person can reach out to her seeking clarity on doubts or legal work related to litigation and advisory. She will try to assist them with her best of knowledge and benevolence granted by God. So let us dive deep into the topic directly. Over to you, ma'am. Amrita ji.
Hello,
Hello. Yeah.
am I audible? Hello,
Yeah, you
am
are
I
audible.
audible?
Yes, you are
Okay.
audible. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Praise the Lord. Shall I start?
Yeah, sure.
Hello. Yeah. As we all know
Mm.
that GSTAT is not been in function, but everybody is just wondering that it will start on by March, or it will start by April, and even there is an apprehension that after the introduction of the GSTAT principal bench that is in New Delhi, so everybody previously even I have that apprehension that registry is open, so we can file the case there. So, but then I realized that no, nobody can file the appeal to the CS, appellate tribunal right now. So we don't have much choices. So by this presentation, we will check how what is the picture actually and what are the choices we are having and some personal suggestions which I can provide to improvise the situation. So first of all, after filing APL 01, that is under 106 section, any aggrieved party can go for first appeal forum. If there are maximum chances that you will not get the benefit. So the second forum of appeal is to before the appellant tribunal. That is right now, for example, it's STAT. So in GST, it's GST appellant tribunal, which comes under form APL 05 under section 112, read with rule 110. So, however, as we all know that it's not been yet been formalized, and there is no law, there is no scope of filing any appeal or going to anybody on this issue. Nobody can do anything. So, whenever it will be formed, it will be paperless. So, in the same way it's happening in APL 01, the similar format will be followed in APL 05, hopefully. uh, as I said, there is no option of filing GST appeal, appellate tribunal appeal. So, being on safer side, the taxpayer go before to different high court as according to their jurisdiction to play safe. Otherwise, the department can call for the recovery proceedings. Next. As we all know that July 2017, the GST regime has been introduced. So after 2 years, 1.5 years exactly, after that time, the GSTAT tribunal discussion was started. And it's very normal that after introduction, or nobody can go directly to the appeal, it will be applied, then only the appellant tribunal can come into picture. And in this 2019, I think APL 01 format has been followed generally. So in GST appellant tribunal, it will obviously take time, but the government department should be very prominent on this topic, but was not. So in March 2019, the National Bench of GSTAT was been notarized that it will be start functioning as per the date of publication. And then in next year, March 2020, there was some clarification given regarding the timeline, 3 months for the taxpayer and 6 months for the government. Next. Ganeshan sir, hello. Yeah. And in between, there are so many case coming before to the courts to examine the issue, and as the taxpayer doesn't have much choice, rather than to go before to the High Court or Supreme Court, whatever this is suitability. So, for example, it has happened in Revenue Bar Association, where the judicial member, previously there was two technical member and one judicial member. So the parameter was not clear, and that's what in this case it was explained that the significance of the judicial member is what is how it is important. It's not just a technical member because it's taxation case, so technicality of the taxation and the implementation execution will have to be taken care. The judiciary has to play the very significant role, as it's happened in not just in tribunal, in the High Court or Supreme Court, or in general in any court, session court, etc. Judicial member have their own significance. So by that, by after this case law, the judicial member came with the same slab of technical member. If any bench have one judicial member, it will be one technical member. If you have two judicial member, it will be two judicial member. Next, it happened in 2022 in November. What has happened that after getting the order to the TRC 07, the taxpayer has not filed any appeal, second forum appeal, because there was no appellant tribunal. So they have delayed. But when we are saying that they have delayed, but there was no much scope given to them to do any work. Maximum thing they can do, that they can file a departmental letter that we are willing to file an appeal, but we don't have any option. That maximum they can do. But what has happened in this case, Calcutta High Court has condoned that delay of 3.5 years by explaining that it is a principle, elementary principle of natural justice, that even if none one is stand at the benefit by lodging or appeal or a petition related, the petition restored with the direction to pay the desired pre-deposit. If case may, the main concern was the taxpayer has not paid the pre-deposit, so the willingness of filing the appeal was not there, apparently on record. The taxpayer intention was not much clear, and the department was saying that if your intention is not clear, so you have to, we have all the right to recover the confirmed amount. But in this case, the Calcutta High Court has explained that the fair chance has to be given to everyone, so the taxpayer should also give that chance. So after giving the direction of pre-deposit, it was decided that the taxpayer can have the whole right of filing the appeal whenever the tribunal has been started. Next. Then in last year, 2023 February, the retirement age, the renewal of the position, the voluntary retirement, or any procedural of the appointment has been explained. For example, 65 year age of president, 67 year for president, and 65 for the members. Then in September only, it has been explained that the constitution of the GST state as per the bench. Right now, it's 29 benches under 36 states. So later on, it was being improvised, and hopefully it will be improvised again. So it's totally dependent on case to case. Then in October 2023, the appointment and the condition of the precedents and the rule was given, because previously there was only the statutory provisions, not the rules regarding the appointment and the condition of the GSTAT. So by this notification, we got the rules. Next. Ganeshan sir? Yeah. So after that, next meeting has happened on 49th GST Council meeting, February 18, 2013. And with that notification, after this meeting, the notification has been issued in December, which approved the constitution of the principal bench of GSTAT located at New Delhi. As I said, that previously we have the apprehension that the GSTAT principal bench in New Delhi has been established. So at least if they are not functioning, but at least they can accept the appeal for the whole span India. But practically, it's not happening. So in 15 February 2024, the appointment procedure of the GSTAT has been initiated, and it will depend on the committee and the cabinet based on the recommendation of search cum selection committee approved the appointment of the justice. Then in May 2024, as I said, Sanjay Mishra, Kumar Mishra, who is former Chief Justice of Jharkhand High Court, has been appointed as the President of GSTAT. Next. And then in June 2024, the monetary limit of filing the GSTAT appeals has been explained. Then the most important thing, this circular. The circular number 224 in July 2024 has explained the practical scenario of the GSTAT non-functioning, and if the appellant tribunal is not in function, what is the actually parameter the taxpayer can follow. So in this circular, it was been explained that whosoever the taxpayer are looking forward to file a second forum appeal, whenever the GST appellant tribunal will be formed, they are ready to fight for his case. So what the safer side they can do, they file a challan or specifying their pre-deposit, and for that the DRC 03 have a second option, which is 3A, wherein the pre-deposit can be given, and after that making the payment of the pre-deposit, it is necessary requirement for the taxpayer to declare the tax to their judicial proper officer by undertaking or a declaration letter that we have filed the pre-deposit and we have a merit case, and we are ready to explain our non-taxability and or non-imposition of the demand whatsoever has been imposed against them. So, but with this, the taxpayer can show its intent clearly that we are not going to accept our the confirmed demand, and we looking forward to fight for our case whenever it is suitable, whenever it is but giving that requirement of pre-deposit is necessary. That non-negotiable. Even in for example, in my case, I had some MP case which is related to mouth freshener. So by that, if we have a judicial appellant tribunal in MP, so we must have filed the appellant appeal against them. But right now, as we are going in under the process of filing a writ in Indore, but we cannot say that we are filing a writ, so there is no requirement of pre-deposit. We have to give that pre-deposit, then only our writ petition can be filed. We cannot negotiate on that. So depositing this pre-deposit amount is necessary as of now, and I don't think there will be any change in future for the same. Next, in July 2024, GSTAT benches has been revised. As I said, right now it's 29 benches. So later on, next. And as I said, there are so many case laws also. So next is GTL infrastructure case law, where the recovery proceedings was stayed, and the case the court has said that the legal right due to the non-constitution of the GSTAT cannot deprive the taxpayer to file a second forum appeal. So they have given a direction to pay the pre-deposit. As I said, we have to pay the pre-deposit. We cannot negotiate on the same. And then in September 2024, the proviso has been inserted in Section 109, wherein the GST Appellant Tribunal has to take the anti-profiteering laws issues also. So previously there was not there, but last year it has been inserted in the provision. So whenever the GST Appellant Tribunal will start function, they have to take the anti-profiteering issues also. Then the 55th meeting, based on the recommendation of the council meeting, there are so many changes on rates, exemption, etc. But mainly, as our topic is GSTAT, the council took a note to the procedural rules for the internal functioning of the tribunal. Next. With this scenario, the appointment of the judicial and technical member has started. However, it's not in fully swing, so it can be done very soon. It's not happening actually. So there are so many issues facing by the internal department of the revenue department. Howsoever, the one add and top issue is occurring, that the question related regarding to the condition and qualification of their members has been contradictory to state by state understanding. So there are so many cases has been filed, which we'll take up in next slides. So then we will check that how it is happening, what is the scenario right now it's showing. Next. Before that, we will check few cases wherein the interim relief has been given by the court, saying that there is no GSTAT in operation, so the taxpayer cannot be deprived of their legal right. So in the same Sagar Industry and Adwell International Private Limited and in Balram Hadar case, so Kolkata High Court has stayed the recovery proceeding and explained that after the pre-deposit, whenever the GST appellant tribunal will be formed, it will be heard the case on merits. Accordingly, the writ petition was disposed. Next. Similarly, as I mentioned in previous three cases, another three cases are also happened before Calcutta High Court, Adani Wilmer, Renu Prasad, and BWN Aloys. Next. After Calcutta High Court, let's check some other High Court case. It's Patna High Court case, Jindal Steel. Similar thing has happened, explaining their own judgments. The High Court granted stay acknowledging the pre-deposit. In this case, if one person, the taxpayer, has not paid the pre-deposit, the court must have given the direction to pay the pre-deposit if within a limit. For example, 3 weeks, 2 weeks. For that time frame, the taxpayer has to pay the pre-deposit. If it has not happened, so this stay will not work. Next is Orissa High Court. Orissa High Court. Similar thing happened, that emphasizing on central government notifications, the corresponding state notification, etc., regarding the appointment and the functioning of the GST, etc. The High Court again acknowledged the reduction of the pre-deposit from 20% to 10%. As we all know that previously there was some 10% of pre-deposit for APL 01, and for second forum we have to pay again 20%. So total will be 30%. But right now it has been reduced. So in total it will be 20% only, 10% for the first appellant first appellant authority, and the second 10% for the second forum of the appellant tribunal. Next is Bum Corporation, wherein MP High Court has explained that doing this coercive action by blocking the electronic credit ledger is not good for the functioning of the taxpayer business. So the court has explained that if there is no option of filing the GSTAT appeal, what the taxpayer can do, you cannot block their electronic credit ledger and their bank and freeze their bank accounts. By that, they cannot even work. Their whole business will stop without any default. So by that, the court has directed that the petitioner has to pay the pre-deposit. After that, the department has to unlock the credit ledgers, electronic credit ledger. Next is Chhattisgarh High Court appeal, FTEC, where the taxpayer being aggrieved has filed a writ petition with the explaining the GST, discussing this, and in that case, the court has discussed and referred their previous own cases, then explained that the taxpayer has to pay the pre-deposit. If has not paid, because in this case it was not clear that the pre-deposit has been paid or not. So the court has said if you have not paid, you have to pay the pre-deposit. Then accordingly, the petitioner can be heard their case before the pre-deposit. After that, whenever the GST tribunal in this Chhattisgarh will work, so this case can be taken up. As I said, that the petitioner cannot be deprived of their benefit due to the non-constitution of the tribunal. So it's a natural justice principle issue. So if anything happened beyond my limit, so I cannot be punished on the same. So in the same manner, the court has explained that if the appellant tribunal has not been working, the taxpayer or either the revenue department cannot be paid for the same. So they have to cooperate with each other and wait for the actual functioning of the GST tribunal. Next is West Bengal High Court case, where again the High Court first appeal dismissed as per the time bar. In APL 01, there is time limit, and in that scenario there cannot be an enhancement of even 1 year, sorry, 1 day. And there is some case law, I think, where the court has explained the department should not be hyper technical, and if there is any delay of 1 or 2 days with a slight change, so it can be manageable. The High Court has explained the same. Similarly, in this case also, the court has explained that the case has not been heard on merits, so and there is no option of filing the second forum appeal. So, acknowledging the merits of the case and the non-formation of the GST 80, the High Court has quashed the impugn order, the DRC 01 order, and given the right to the taxpayer to restore its appeal and get to be heard on merits by the appellant tribunal only, which is under APS 01. The case was remanded back. Next. In this similarly, in this Teams computer issue, which we will take up in another slides also, there was no benefit given. The High Court dismissed without acknowledging the non-functioning and existence of the GST 80. The Delhi High Court said that the taxpayer has to file a refund case before the appellant tribunal, so we cannot do anything in this matter. This case will be taken up in next slides. Next. Hello, am I audible? Hello?
Yeah, you are audible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, change the
As
slide. Yeah.
previously we have explained that there are so many case laws where the court has directed the to deposit the pre-deposit and state their recovery proceedings, and whenever the appellant tribunal will start work, their case will be heard on merits. But there are some other cases where the court has taken to entertain their merits of the case and dispose their writ petition accordingly. In this case, in Kushal Retail, the matter was remanded back, but everyone had the issues and the circumstances has been discussed in this case. That the tribunal has not been constitutional, although it has been notified. Hence, the High Court has accepted the writ petition after acknowledging the striking down of Circular 135, which is refund-related issue. So, in that manner, the refund issue pointed out by the department has been struck down, and the matter was remanded back to uh, uh, first appellant forum, and the case will be heard without referring to this above circular. Next. In Chennai High Court appeal, Saver Metro, the case was explaining that the GST registration was cancelled without giving any proper opportunity. By this, they cannot even function. So, acknowledging their issue, they have explained the issue of violation of principle of natural justice, and while passing the impugn order, and decided the case in favor of the taxpayer, and directed the department to restore its cancellation. So, suspend its cancellation, sorry. Next. Similarly, another case as happened that department, I think it's the same case.
Yeah.
It's saver case only. They
Okay,
have
next.
explained. They have explained the issue of suspending the GST registration. They have said they have an indication of facilitating bogus credits. So, as we all know, the fake invoice issue, the revenue department, even the courts are very rigid. So if there is such kind of allegation and we have concrete proof, so nobody can get the benefit. In this case, the taxpayer has explained that there was no proper opportunity given to him, though it is a principle of natural justice to be heard, but that principle was not been entertained by the court, and they have denied the benefit for to the taxpayer, and said that even if we got you must have got the opportunity of personal hearing. If you have culprit of this bogus credit and bogus invoice, nobody will hear your case, and it will be on the same stand. So accordingly, the writ petition was dismissed. Next. As I said, there was so many issues and contradiction happening regarding the appointment of the GSTAT members. So in this similar case, the Himachal Pradesh High Court, Amit Kashyap case, there was an issue raised. There was some. Just a minute. बुआ बाद में आएगी. बुआ बाद में आएगी. ठीक है. Sorry to bother. Where that issue has been taken up regarding the eligibility criteria of GSTAT technical member. In this case, what has happened that the parameter is 25 years of experience, and in this state, there was no officials having that experience time limit of 25 years. For that, they have gone before to the High Court, and it will be the as the writ petition has been admitted, and the respondent are given time for filing their rejoinders. So next date is 12th March, which is next week only. So let's see what's going to happen in this case. But whatsoever it will happen in next week hearing, the case will not be disposed so early, and there are some other issues maybe for occur in other states which has not been yet, but I think it will happen. And there will be so many other cases, so it will be not that easy to accommodate only one issue or one case by only one state or high court. Next, as I said, the present position. We all know the GSTAT tribunal is only in pipeline. Nobody knows. Previously, I was under apprehension that in Punjab there will be GSTAT that will start in March only. But right now, today is 8th March and there is no clue. And I don't think in March it will start in anywhere in India. So it will take time for sure. So as I said, we don't know when this appellant tribunal will start work, and everybody is just wondering what is going to be done or not. And last year only, they have added the anti-profiteering issue also. So whenever the GST appellant tribunal will start working, it will be under so much pressure as there are so many cases pending. And they have also added one issue again. So the whatsoever how many member will be there will be very huge issue to entertain their case. So it will not be that easy. So it will create a bottleneck for the judiciary even. So as the department is not going to stop for their recovery proceedings, so the taxpayer has to play safe and go before the High Court for case to case basis, which is not correct for the judiciary even, which I'll cover in my suggestion portion. Next is this stretching the judicial resources. Also, it's not a very advisable thing, because whenever such case will be entertained, in maximum case, the court will say that the taxpayer has paid the pre-deposit or not, and then give the direction to stay the recovery proceedings. In maximum case, this will happen like this only. So why to harass the High Court judiciary like this? They already have overburdened with their so many issues and cases. The pendency is very huge, we all know. Next, as I said, that in Teams computer case, Delhi High Court, which has been who has dismissed the taxpayer's writ petition. So in this same case, the taxpayer has pleaded before the Supreme Court regarding that case. So it has happened a very good standard. The Supreme Court has asked the government that why this tribunal has been taking so much time to function. Everybody, the revenue department as well as the taxpayer, is facing so many issues that is from the 17 to 2025 is where there is a huge gap. As the Ganesh sir has already said, it's around 7 years. So it's a delay of that much time is not excusable in anyhow. So why they are getting so much delayed? So the government has to explain, and the tentative date of next hearing is 21st March. That can be changed depending on the burden of the court. Next, as I said, I will explain the present scenario with my personal comments that I'll do right now. Uh, we all know that is the presidential value of judicial pronouncement, which has been set in maximum cases. Recovery proceeding will stay, and the pre-deposit will be given, and the taxpayer will wait, and the revenue department will not bother them till the tribunal will start functioning. What practically what is happening in each case. For example, uh, we have a company A, B, C, D. In every case we have to file a case in different authority and explain its case, file a pre-deposit, and then explain that we are ready to plead before the second forum, so please grant the stay to the recovery proceedings. So going in this issue again and again by the judiciary, though the precedent has been settled right now, so why to bother the different high court judiciary like this? So my personal suggestion that as the DRC 0A has been introduced, the GST website must have one column for this, that either after paying that pre-deposit, the taxpayer can got the stay automatically. And if in case for any XYZ reason they want to come before to the High Court and explain its case, because they don't want to wait for disposing its case by the tribunal only. So they, by giving the option of nominal fee, so the high court burden can be substantially lower. So for example, there are 100 cases in, for 100 cases, all the high courts has been busy for this silly comments by this case that please go for the stay, pay the pre-deposits, etc. The taxpayer can decide that they have to go want the stay, or they want to go before the high court. They don't want to wait for the tribunal establishment. So if the option has been given to the taxpayer, in maximum cases they will not go to the high court because it's very tedious and even expensive also. So if they got the option, I'm pretty sure that that a taxpayer will not go before the high court, and the high court will not waste his time on this issues, such issues. Next. And as I said, in this teen's computer case, the Supreme Court has asked the government department to come before the court and explain why is this delay happening. In my understanding, as the department has been delayed in so immensely without any proper logic and reasoning for the same, this issue of appointment has been taken by the different high courts. Right now, it is happening. Previously, there was no such issues, so the delay has been happened by the department only, by the council only to given the recommendation, etc. The procedure is already so lengthy, and they have taken so much time without any logic. So, my personal suggestion that the court can take a suo motu action and start interfering in this appointment. By this, the whole procedure of appointment and functioning of the GSTAT will accelerate to gear up the operations. The similar thing has happened in consumer this district consumer resolution commission also. This is the in this case the Supreme Court has taken the suo motu action and explained the appointment of the consumer court to the best of its limit. So this is not related to GST, that's why I has not taken this case. But in this case, the court has very much explained that how interference of the judiciary will gear up the whole procedure very much. Though by this, if the Supreme Court will not, after this March hearing, they'll start to interfere directly and ask and request the department to accelerate its issue, this functioning. So I think in this year the tribunal will start work and everything will be taken care. And I think in around in 2 years, so everything will be settled down to the normal functioning of the GSTAT tribunal. In initial stage, I'm pretty sure, obviously everybody knows that there will be a huge chaos for not just for functioning, for taking up so many cases. And even if the issue has been or merits has not been taken care properly, so at the end taxpayer will have to compromises, and again they will go for the high court, Supreme Court, etc. They should go for sure. So this is the end of my presentation. So let me check the comments or any questions. So